Hi everybody, today we're going to paint the Rainbow Chameleon, okay? And we're just going to use one paintbrush. I know I gave you two, but doing it last time I was like, this is way more faster if we just use one. And it's just the way you use it for a small area. Because see how the other paintbrush was smaller? Well, it doesn't hold very much paint either. So it's very annoying to keep getting paint and just, right? So this one just holds more paint. But if you don't want her to be big, you just do it really soft and she won't open. As soon as the paintbrush, you push hard, the paint, now it's humongous, right? So going like this with my paintbrush, it's like super little and I'm doing it soft and little. But if I want it to be humongous, I could also smash my paintbrush. So it could be both. But you'll adjust. You don't have to know anything about painting to do this. So the best part about this painting is not that we put a color on there. Nobody cares. It's that when we put a color and then we put another color, we're gonna squish them together in like a halfway world. And we put the like orange and the yellow and the yellow and the orange right there like a bridge world, and we make orangey yellow. Right? Or here's the blue and here's the green, and we put them, right? Nobody cares. And then we squish them together, and right where they touch, we let turquoise happen. Blue, green, and white makes turquoise. That's the best part. But there's two ways to do it. You can use your paintbrush to blend the little mixy world where they touch, or you can use your finger. I think the finger looks like tie-dye because it's bigger. I don't know. It's the texture. And don't care about the texture. They're scales on a lizard. Nobody cares. Okay? So like, oh, look at that. And then I bought these neon colors that I loved, right? This green, love, right? But I saw it in the book and I was like, have to have this green. Then I go to use it and she's completely transparent. There's no pigment in it. She's see-through. And I'm like, excuse me? So you know what will fix this is some white paint. White paint is opaque and we can help her not be see-through. Can you find your white paint? And we'll put a scoop of it in there, right? So I get we'll clean our paintbrush, and we don't need water, by the way. We're gonna go in rainbow order, so we'll never make any brown, so don't worry. So I'm gonna scoop. What? Is she for serious? I get a scoop of white, and then I'm gonna stir it in my green, and then watch how pretty the green turns, right? So I said, what is she talking about? So I just stir it in there, and careful because it will try to fall out of your cup. And then because white is opaque, white can literally cover up a black canvas, right? It's not see-through, opaque, but the green is transparent. The white helps her. Because she is so annoying, and I did not know it till after I bought it and started using it. And I was like, excuse me, can you put some more pigment in your paint gel? Right? And I mixed it. Now you mix it. So how much white? I don't know. A scoop? A big scoop? Why? Because the green by herself is see-through. And look, we're trying to, this is white with the green with some white in it. And look, you can still see the black. Right? So we do that. Okay, now my paintbrush is filthy, so I have to lick it off. No, I'm just kidding. No, you get a paper towel and you just pinch it off like this, and you just get a paper towel and fold it over and squeeze the paint out really hard. And then it's clean. Like so clean, no paint. It's just a pinch. Like that, and it's all in there. And we'll do this like 50 million times. You can cover a paper towel both sides with paint. Okay? It's just every time we change colors, we just pinch. And you guys know the color wheel, right? If we go in rainbow order, we will never make any ugly, dirty colors. It's when you jump across the color world, like purple and yellow makes brown, red to green makes brown, orange to blue, brown. So if you've ever played with Play-Doh and mixed the colors and it looked like a cat turd and you didn't want to play with it anymore, you're like, Mom, something's wrong with my Play-Doh. You thought two colors were pretty till you mixed them. But we're going to go in rainbow order, so we'll never make brown, so don't worry. Okay, now we're cleaning our paintbrush. Let's do the same. You know what other color was really awesome in the book, but see-through is neon purple. I know. We have to put white in this one too. So I'm going to get a scoop of white. And she turns a prettier color too. It's really pretty. But I got how much white? I don't know. A scoop? Scoop it. Ooh. And then I put it in there. Stirry, stirry, stirry. And I scratch the sides. I don't want nothing left behind. Scratchy, scratchy like that. And I scratch the bottom. And then I wipe off any extra. And now I have to lick off my paintbrush. No. Just pinch it like this. And then it's all clean. Now there's a big boogie in there. Pretty. Okay, so I want to tell you while you guys are doing that, tell you about your brain. So when you're doing something new, it's called novel, right? Never done it before. So your brain's like frustrated and confused and angry no matter what. Frustrated, confused, and angry, we need to expect that when we start learning something. Then as you're doing it, then you have understanding by doing it. Then after you have understanding, it becomes boring. Just like that. So when we're starting, you're like, oh my God, this is terrible. This lady's crazy. There's no way I could do this. I hate this. Then, after you do it a little bit, your brain goes, oh, I get it. And then it becomes easy and boring. That fast. It's a trip. But you have to give it permission to be frustrated and confused. So clean your little paintbrush pinch. And it's a little yellow one. And we cleaned our paintbrush. And I'll constantly remind you of that because when you're starting, you're like, I don't know what this lady is talking about. Oh, you want to see my color? See, it's different than it was because here's the color in my lid. I'll show you. See how much different she is? Hey, in the camera, it doesn't look much different, but in person it does. What the heck? That's a bizarre. The camera distorts it. Okay, you ready? Now we're ready. Okay, so we're gonna do the stick first and clean your paintbrush. We're doing the little yellow, and she's number 4. And this is called a round paintbrush. So if you don't have a little yellow one, right? A little yellow one. Is this the one that you have? It's small like this. If you don't have this one, I don't recommend you painting this painting. If you have a bigger paintbrush than this, it will not fit in the tail or the feet or anything. It won't work. Okay, so we're gonna paint the stick first. So the stick is underneath the tail. Look, I made the stick first, so when I come and do the tail, it's on top. And by then the stick will be dry, right? And these are just weird shapes, right? Okay, so we're gonna go, all right, and we're gonna try to make 3D. How many color values for 3D? 3, dark, medium, light. Well, in this case, brown is the darkest. Brownish yellow is like medium, and then pure yellow is light, right? Okay, so we're gonna paint this one right here, and we're gonna learn how, and this practice right here is how you paint the chameleon without going outside the lines. I'll show you the trick. So find your brown. Hello. Brown. Look at, I got purple on everything because my purple opened inside my bag. Brown. It's pretty, but boring. And then I need to paint this little shape right here, right? But I want that when you're painting, what matters is the shape, color, and texture. Well, the shape, if I get the shape wrong, I can't tell what the heck it is, right? How about the color? 3D, dark, medium, light. And then the texture. Well, it should have the texture of wood, right? So we get our paintbrush and we're just going to stab our brown paint. Now you do it. Just because this paintbrush is just this size, it can only get so much paint, so don't worry. So you stab the brown like you're mad, and you get a glob of brown on there. And don't be delicate and say, well, I'm not putting that much on mine. Come on, just copy me. Okay, now I'm gonna outline it, and the way you outline with paint is you smash your paintbrush like this, smash! and your paintbrush opens, but you only outline staring at one hair. And you do not scribble paint. That's for crayons, color pencils, markers, when it only comes out one line at a time. No, this is thick like peanut butter. Schmear, like that. So watch. Okay, I'm going to outline it. So the whole stick's brown, right? So I just land inside, smash. Now that it's open, now I can, and I do not want to see Sharpie. Goodbye. And I go smash. I'm sneaking. Oh, I touched it. And then I cover it up with one hair of the paintbrush. And once you do it, you're like, oh, that made sense. It doesn't matter what the rest of the paintbrush does. We're staring at one hair. And Leonardo, go ahead and sit down and get comfortable and reorient yourself. You're painting like me. Look at how awkward I am. This is so hard. You get comfortable, you paint, and then just show me a sneak of your painting, just a little bit. You be comfortable. This is, okay, then I stab my brown again, get a lot. Okay, I'm gonna land inside the stick, smash, sneak up, goodbye, Sharpie, schmear. You know how a bulldozer works and how a bulldozer would push the sand? I didn't want to stop because I hadn't run out of paint yet. Okay, so you know how a bulldozer pushes sand on either side, there'd be a pile of sand? That's the trick we're using. Super thick push, and then a neat squish comes out, all perfectly smooth out the side of the paintbrush. Like, oh, so I'm not going like this. I am not dash, 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 dash. You know why? We are practicing this so we have smooth sides to our chameleon. So if you outline your stick, dash, 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 now you didn't learn how to make a smooth line for your chameleon. So copy me. Oh, I already know how to do this. I'm teaching you something, all right? Okay, now we get to make the texture of wood. Okay, so I stab my brown. And the texture of the wood is going parallel. So it just goes downhill, 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 downhill. And then if black shows through, built-in shadow. Smash, smash, smash. But all my stripes are going downhill, no scribbling. Stripe, 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 stripe. Texture matters. And then wherever it's a little bit thicker and thinner and thicker and thinner, you know, that will dry 3D. The thick areas will be more brown than the thin areas. Okay, then we need yellow. Find yellow. And we're going to contaminate some of the yellow. So when you go to get the yellow, can you poke it from one corner? Because brown might get in it, but we would like clean yellow for our chameleon, right? Okay, just okay. But I would like to clean this before I touch my yellow, so I just give it a pinch. There. Okay, so how many color values for 3D? Make sure you pinch the paint out. It hides in there. So how many color values for 3D? 3, dark, medium, light. Okay, so the goal is, look at mine. Where is it most bright? On the bottom, and I'm just doing it in single stripes, no scribbling. Who's more powerful, brown or yellow? Brown. So if I scribbled it, it will just be brown. Okay, so watch. I go very yellow stripe, and not very yellow stripe, running out of yellow stripe. Oh, I think there was paint on the other side of my paintbrush. Yellow, running out of yellow, almost out of yellow, completely out of yellow, all gone, disappeared, all the way to the top. So what am I rooting for? 3D, very yellow, medium yellow, running out of yellow, all gone. And there's no way to know how much paint to get, so we're always guessing. So I'm just going to stab my yellow, because this is a nice big piece. And I just go, stab! I get a lot. I don't care. And then I'm going to go like this. Now watch, that was just my explanation, but no Sharpies are allowed to show. You painted over them. So I go, very yellow. Did I scribble? No. Then the one touching that, like you're mowing the lawn or sweeping, is not very yellow. Then not very yellow. And it's running, wait, flip, look, there's paint on the other side. Flip over. And, oh, very yellow. Not very yellow. Running out of yellow. Almost out of yellow. I can't have any more. I'm running out, running out, running out, running out. Oh, God. On purpose, I ran out of yellow. And then what texture is that? wood. Should I scribble it in and make yellowy brown? No. I like the texture. Texture's important. So it's very yellow, not very yellow, running out of yellow, disappearing, all gone, gone. So it's all brown at the top. How come? You should have ran out of yellow by then. Hurry, hurry, go fast. Now I clean my paintbrush. And then who thinks, oh, I don't think I did it right. Well, it was the first time ever, so can this be our ugliest part? Sure. This will be our ugliest, and we will be frustrated and confused on the stick that nobody ever looks at. Okay, now let's do this piece. Oh, it's under his foot. But I have to outline it. And watch out for this. Make sure it's just as wide as the other stick. Like it really does look like it goes underneath the tail. Sometimes I mess that up. Okay, so stab the brown, stab. And then how do you outline again? Uh-oh. Everybody pause and look up. Smash! Okay, I don't want to see Sharpie. Goodbye. And I sneak up. Oh, one hair is touching the Sharpie. And I push like I'm driving a car. Goodbye, Sharpie. Whoosh. Even on the tail? Yeah, we'll put the tail on top of the stick. Don't worry, you'll see it. Look at how smooth my outline is. Is it wiggly? What happens when you run out of paint? Should you wiggle and try to get more paint out of the paintbrush? No, just get more. It's in your cup. Poke, more paint. Okay, now that I outlined it kind of good, now put the stripes, but wait. Remember, don't copy me. I smash my paintbrush. I'm teaching you how to make a smooth chameleon. Smash one hair. I'm staring at just one hair of the paintbrush. That gets rid of the Sharpie, and I push my paint, and a nice thick bead of paint comes out. Do not scribble. That's crayons, markers, and pens. Paint is thick like frosting or peanut butter. Smear. Okay, now I got to put the stripes. Hey, if it's part of this stick down here, which direction are the lines going then? Downhill, because they have to be attached. They have to match, or no one will think it's the same object, right? So I just go parallel, downhill, 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 downhill. Stripe, stripe, stripe. And then I clean my, and what if black still shows? Shadow. And I clean my paintbrush. But you know what? This is a smaller piece. I don't think it's going to take that much yellow. You know what I mean? I want to run out of yellow, so I better not stab and get the yellow. Can I just like poke, maybe? Let me see. Just get some instead of a stab, right? Just some. Let me see. I'm just going to get some, okay? Some yellow. There's no way to actually know. We're always guessing. Okay, so I just go, all right, okay. So where is it most yellow? On the bottom. There must be a light under here. So it's, and what if I get paint on his foot? I can paint his foot. Look at his toes are 2 V's. You can draw a V. Don't worry about it. So it's very yellow. Okay, that's my yellow one. Then not very yellow. Already running out of yellow, disappearing yellow, almost, I turn over my paintbrush. There's a little bit on the other side. And then almost gone, completely gone, brown. And I tried to run out of paint so I can get 3D. And then the stripes for texture. So scribbling just makes brown. And who needs to do it again? Was that enough yellow? Did you get too tiny of a poke of yellow? It's completely fine to make an adjustment. That wasn't enough. Put a poke more and try one more time. But the goal is to try to run out. So it's very yellow, not red, yellow, run out. 3D, dark, medium, light, just by running out of paint. So cool. Clean our paintbrush. And that yellow won't stay this bright. She's mostly gel. So when she dries, you'll be like, where's my yellow? Like, because she disappeared when she dried and brown ate her up. Whatever. Okay, look at this piece, though. Between his feet, humongous. So I'm going to have to stop and get brown a lot. I just want you to look under his wrist. I forget this spot sometimes, like I'm making a square. No, really go put it under his wrist. Right there, there's a little curve. Okay? Just FYI, I've seen it happen. Okay, so I stab my brown. Why? Because I need a lot. I have far to go to outline. This is a humongous piece. So I got a lot of brown. But inside the stick is all brown. So I just land in the stick. Smash! Okay. But then now I'm going to sneak up and go slow. Sneak, sneak, until my one hair gets rid of Sharpie, right? Climbing, climbing, climbing. Oh, I covered it. Now I can push. And I push, and I squish my paint out. The squish and push like a bulldozer. Oh, I didn't run out of paint. I can keep going. Sweet. Big boogie of paint right there. Okay, now I can go under his wrist. I land in the stick, smash, then sneak up. I always do that because I'm afraid I will just cover stuff up. And then I ran out of paint. So I stab my paint. Stab. Okay. Uh-oh. How do I do this one? I was used to going up. Okay, and tricky. I had to do it weird. So I'm going to land above the line, smash, and sneak down. And I got to move my hand out of the way so I can see. Bye, Sharpie. And now push. Look how smooth. Smooth and thick. Who thinks more paint is better than thin paint? Isn't it smooth? Like, oh, but I'm so used to, you know why? Because schools and stuff give you watercolors and all these really cheap paints. So you're like, they don't want you to use too much paint because it's expensive. So they're like, oh no, this is the real deal. I gave you a lot of paint. I want you to be generous and enjoy the texture, the thickness, the color. Don't be delicate like watercolor. You already did that when you were a baby. Okay, now I need the stripes. So, okay, if it's connected to that stick and that stick, they all better go parallel in the same direction, right? Or it won't look right. So now I just paint it brown, stripe, stripe. Oh, I don't have enough paint. It's all dry. Poke. Push, 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 stripity, 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 smash. Oh, I got some on my foot. So, it'll be, when we get to the foot, it'll be dry and we'll paint over it. Ta-ta. If you can paint over black, you can paint over brown. So no worries there. And then I'm going to clean my paintbrush. Okay, so if this is a super way bigger piece, remember how we adjusted how much yellow to get? Well, this is way bigger. So stab your yellow and get a lot so that the very yellow, not very yellow, can at least make it to halfway. But don't stop at halfway. Go all the way to the top until it's invisible. But I'm going to be like, okay, so it's big. So I adjust how much paint I get. So I'm going to stab the yellow. And I'm going to really hope, I'm going to go all the way to the top, because if I drop off 1 micron of yellow, I did a good job, right? Because what if I get a speck of yellow at the top? Nice. Okay, so it's very yellow. Whee! And then remember, there's paint on the other side of your paintbrush when you're like, oh, it's running out. Flip. And then not very yellow. I'm already out. That is how fast. I gotta turn on my paintbrush already. Okay, and then yellow, and then not very yellow, running out of yellow, disappearing, invisible, just brown. Oh, I got a piece of yellow came out. I thought it was going to be invisible. Sweet! You never know. But I did it for the color, shape, and texture. And why am I doing it in strokes? Texture looks like wood. And then clean your paintbrush. And Sergio, it's very bright and you're making, and did you disappear as you went up? So it's bright, medium, dark? Yeah? I'm just saying it out loud because sometimes the reflection is not true. So I just want you to make an adjustment in your mind, because the paint color always looks, I get a weird reflection. So, okay, and then I clean my paintbrush. And I'm on speaker view, right? So you guys can see me big. You're not having to look at everybody's teeny tiny box. Just checking. Sometimes I see people go like this. I can't see. Okay, now I have 1 little piece left. Let's wait. Let's check with our brain. How's your brain? Were you frustrated and confused? Going, what are you talking about, lady? And then you're like, oh, okay, I see the texture. I see 3D. All right. So it went from confusing, understanding, easy. Do you think this little piece will be super, super easy? Did you just make brownish yellow? No, I did not. So this is little and will be easy. You want to try this one on your own to check? Yeah, you should get one. Oh, but watch out. I have forgotten to paint between his toes right there. But it's just yellowy brown, whatever's left on your paintbrush works right there between his toes. And if you get paint on his toes, they're 2 little V's. So don't think you ruin the feet if you get paint on them. Okay? Okay, so with that, I won't say anything more. You know what to do right here. Outline it, fill it in, put the yellow. And you know how much yellow to get since it's small. Okay, go. You can watch me, but I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut. It's very hard for teachers to keep their mouth shut, but I'm going to try very hard not to speak. You do it. And I'm going to interrupt. So at the end, I have a little bit of yellowy brown left on my paintbrush when I finish. That's usually what I do for under the toes. And I just connect the 2 worlds. You know. And I did hurt the feet, but I can draw a V. How are you feeling about trying to get 3D and letting a color disappear inside of another color? I know, right? You're like, huh, I'm curious. So if you watched me paint, would you be a better painter? No? So how do you actually learn on Earth? By doing. So if the teacher is showing you math, is that learning math? No. When do you actually learn the math? When you do it, right? So doing teaches on this planet. Good job. Then clean your paintbrush and do the tiny part between the toes. And if you're just joining us, then I would skip and we only have 2 hours to do this, and look how much we have to do. So I'm going to start going a little faster, and you're like, no, lady, don't go faster. But you're always kind of chasing me anyway. Right? And I'm watching and I'm like, okay, they're almost done with that step. So I'll start talking about the next step before you're ready. And it's a trick. It's a teacher trick to make you constantly be like, look, 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 look. And it feels like anxiety, but you're just thinking quickly. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And you're chasing me. Okay? Because if we dilly-dally and I wait till everybody's done, somebody's very, very bored because they're waiting. And some people are freaking out because they're behind. Both are fair because they're dealing with the human brain and processing. So you're just like, I don't know, whichever one you want is terrible. Don't worry. And what if you get completely behind? Just paint whatever. And then, or watch the end of the YouTube video later. Okay, enjoy, have fun, watch what happens. Interesting, okay? So now we're going to paint our tail. We get to paint the rainbow colors. And we're going to paint, and if you just joined us, we added white to green, and we added white to this purple one because they turned out to be transparent paints that I bought because the paint company is a big fat liar. So I have to add white so it's not transparent because white is opaque. So a little bit of white helps her not be see-through. So if you just joined us, that was a trick. And then skip the stick. Don't do the stick. Do the stick after. Just start with us doing the tail. Okay, if you're just joining us, you'll figure out the stick. The stick is nothing. Okay, so now we're gonna do the rainbow, but the rainbow is not in rainbow order. It doesn't start with red. It starts with blue, right? And each little piece of color is one fingerprint big. So go ahead and put your fingerprint on there. Just like, oh, that's not very big. Excuse me. But we go fingerprint, 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 fingerprint. Then as soon as we get to the curve, then we're 2 fingerprints. Then we turn the corner, then we're 3 fingerprints. And then look, then it starts, oops, upside down. Then it starts going really fast. 1, 1, 1, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. And then it starts going wicked fast, right? So, but we have to at least do 1 rainbow for our brain. Well, what if I ruin the shape of the tail and I can't stay inside the lines? You know what? I want to show you on my painting. Do you see this shiny black that is on under his chin? I messed up. At the end of the painting, when we are all done, ready to go home, then I can get the black and I can touch, not on the stick, that won't match, but oh, let me go around my tail. I kind of messed up. Oop, look at, you see it? The shiny paint is shiny though. So you don't want to paint the whole thing. But, oh, I fixed that. So if you go outside the lines, you can't do it now. If it's wet, it will just turn gray. But at the end of the painting, then we'll fix things. Okay? So I'm going to start with blue. Find blue. Hello, blue. And remember, just copy me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, lady. I don't know what you're talking about. Good. It's funner that way. It's like a mystery. Okay? And it's only a fingerprint big, the little tail, right? So how much blue do you think? A lot? No. So I could get a little polka blue, maybe some. Just some. Okay. Some. Okay. And then how do we outline and paint? We land in the middle of the object and then we open our paintbrush like this. Boop! And then from the open place, then we sneak up and get rid of the Sharpie. Okay? Make sure you're watching me when I'm explaining because I use hands. Okay, what? Okay, it's fingerprint big. Now everybody pause and look up. Make sure you're watching me. So everybody pause what you're doing and watch what I'm doing. Okay, here's my blue. And I'm going to land in the middle of his tail. Smoosh. Right? Oh, but that's not getting rid of my Sharpie. But now I can sneak. And I push it over by Sharpie. Boo. Bye. Whoa. Okay. Fingerprint bag. Now you do it. How did I stay inside the lines? I smashed my paintbrush in the middle, and then I snuck up and snuck down. I did not scribble. I just pushed like that. Now you do it. Remember to make yourself comfortable. Look, Leonardo, turn your painting so you're comfortable. I don't need to watch you paint. I'll watch someone else. You get comfy. Get close to it. Change. You get comfortable. Turn your painting so you're comfortable. You're painting like me, all awkward. You just get comfy, and I don't need to look at your painting. Yeah, get comfy. Okay, now is that 3D? It's just blue. That's the most boring thing I ever saw in my whole life. So I gotta clean this blue off. So how can I brighten it? White. Find your white. Wait, this is so tiny. I'm going to paint the whole thing white if I'm not careful. But where's the light coming from? Above. So the top of his little tip of his tail will be the brightest. And they look like scratches, but we don't care about texture. Don't scribble it in. That's just baby blue, and nobody cares about baby blue. So how much white do you think it will be? I'm going to guess. We'll adjust on the other. What if we ruin this? Our other colors will be better. We'll adjust. Okay. So I get a tiny polka white. Okay. And then I go, okay. And then how soft? Do I crush it in there? No, I just float on top of the paint. So everybody pause and look up. Watch what I'm doing. So I'm going to go, make sure you're looking at the camera. Look at the screen. Stop what you're doing and look at the screen. Ashton. Okay, watch. I go, very white. Okay, wait. Not very white. Running out of white already. Baby blue, gone. And I give it permission to do that. Very white. What if I touch this one more time? What will happen? I ended with blue. I will pick up this blue and cover up my white with it. You can't go back. Does that make sense? So I go very white, not very white, running out of white, done. Now you do it. What if you go outside the lines? We'll fix it at the end. Nobody cares. Now you do it. You're like, I don't know. Just hold it by the metal, your paintbrush by the metal. Get nice and close, but delicate, delicate, touchy, touchy. And we don't use water. How come? It just makes this disgusting brown stuff, and then it contaminates all your colors and they're not as bright. So just use a paper towel pinch. Okay, now what comes after blue on a rainbow? Green. Here's our chance to use our neon green. Okay, so how much green was it? How much paint was it? It was just a poke of paint, right? And we're gonna paint that little section green. Poke, okay, a poke. It's the white that teensy-tiny, okay? And then I go, okay, wait, what? So it's a fingerprint big, and what if I touch the blue? So it's pretty. So everybody pause and look up. Watch me. Watch. So it's like making an 11. I just want to get rid of the Sharpies, but I land on the inside of the shape. Smush. And then I sneak up. Woo. Okay, there. And then push. And then land on the inside. Smush and push. Okay, there. Oh, that's easy. Once I do the outlines, it's just a mush mush. Right? It's about getting smooth sides. I already showed you how to get smooth. You land inside, smash, and then sneak up and let one hair, whoosh, get rid of the Sharpie, whoosh, okay. And then we clean our paintbrush. Hurry, hurry. Then we clean our paintbrush so we can get some white. And every time I go to get a color, I just clean my paintbrush off. I don't want to contaminate my white with all these little pokes of color, so I just wipe. Okay, now how much white do you think I'll need? Who got too much white last time? Make an adjustment. Who got too little of white last time? Make an adjustment. Earth. Too bad. This is a learning planet. So if you don't know how to do something, you keep doing it till you figure it out. Okay, how much white? Poop. There, I got some. Okay, where's the light coming from? Way! Doink. Okay, so it must be the top of the green. So, and little scratches. I wipe off the white on top of the green gently. So it's going to be like this. Everybody pause and look up. Very white. Not very white. Running out of white. All gone. Now it's green by herself. How soft. I did it really soft because I didn't want my paintbrush to open. I did it just with the tip and I was very gentle. Soft, soft, soft. And then, ew, I don't like the lines in it. So it's texture. We've already seen how texture is interesting to stare at. So you're like, oh, I need mine smooth. Fine. Oh, but wait! Green and blue are touching. Didn't we talk about this? What happens when two colors touch? We get to make a new color. So I'm going to put the blue and the green and the green and the blue, but just a little bridge world. And there's two ways to do it. You can use your finger, but I find that if the finger picks up too much paint, she wipes off too much paint. I don't know. So I'm going to clean my paintbrush and then push the blue and the green and the green and the blue in a little halfway world, and it will make turquoise. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Oh, I just made turquoise. I push the blue and the green and the green and the blue and the blue and the green and the green and the blue and the blue and the green and the green and the green and the green. I'm at turquoise and you're jealous. I'm at turquoise. It's my favorite color. No. Red's my favorite color. Turquoise could be second. So the best part of painting is not putting the two colors. Nobody cares. It's making a new color. So we put a little blue piece. And then look at my weirdo texture. When it's done, and then check for 3D. Do you have a dark blue area, a medium blue area, and a pure white area? Do you have a bright green area and a dark green area on the bottom? Yes. 3D. Let's go again. So I clean my paintbrush, and what comes after green? Yellow. So I just poke my, who got the right amount of green that time? Were you guessing? And you did way better? I know, because you have a human brain that learns like this. As soon as it does something that makes adjustments, your brain's really good at doing. So I just poke my yellow, because it's still little, so I don't need a hard stab of paint. Okay, and it's a fingerprint big, right? All right. And then how do I outline? I smash inside the shape, smash. Now I'm going to sneak up and get rid of Sharpie. Scooch, sneak, sneak, sneak. Oh, I touched it, and then I push. It's like an 11. Whoop, and then land in the middle again, smash, and push it to the other side, swipe. And then there's a little bit of black left. Touch, 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 done. Who likes using thick paint? You want to see me do it again? Up close. So who likes doing the thick paint? Thick paint is way better. Like the more paint you do, the better the texture. Like don't be afraid of your paint. But like, oh no, I like mine thick and I like mine to have like this smooth, buttery texture. Okay, and then confusion time. This piece is standing straight up and down. But where's the light coming from? Above? So that means I have to pick a side because I don't really literally see a light source. So I'm going to guess. Can we just start putting it on the back? You know what? On the back of the yellow? Because here comes the top right now. You know, the other colors will be across the top. So let's just start yellow on her side, this far side. Okay? So how much white? Who knows how much white to get now? I know, right? How fast did you learn that? So I get a tiny little poke at a white pokey. And then this one looks really good. So it's super white, then not very white, running out of white, disappearing, and then it's just yellow by herself. So pretty. But if I get too much, it's just very white. Don't undo it. Just ignore it and do better on the next color. Nobody stares at a thing. They look at your whole painting. So the tail's just for learning and understanding. Ooh, green and yellow are touching right now. So what do I get to do? I gotta clean my paintbrush because it only works with a clean paintbrush. Because if I still have yellow on my paintbrush, yellow will climb all over the green. So I clean it so I can push the green and the yellow and the yellow and the green and make like a lime color or a margarita color, right? So right here, you know, where they're touching, and it's little, right? But I push the green and the yellow and the yellow and the green and the green. Oh, pretty new color. Fun. I still think my green, I should have made it thicker. Do you see her with the green trying to dry? Look how see-through she is. I hate that company that gave me that green. I should have put, okay, from now on, I'm going to remind us to use thick green. Look at it's drying. That irritates me. But we'll do better when we put it on another time. Okay, clean your paintbrush, pinch. What comes after yellow? Orange. This one is my favorite company. They put tons of powder in their gel. She's really dark. Like, this is how paint's supposed to be. So enjoy the orange. COVID made a lot of my companies go out of business. I know. And then they don't have no paint left. And I was like, what? Excuse me? Okay, so, you know, because they were over in another country. Okay, so I just poke my orange, poke. And who knows just how much paint to get already? How did you do that? Because I learned by doing. Okay, so a fingerprint big, okay? And it's like a number 11. So I just go land inside, sneak, push. Oh, it's so much easier. Shmish, 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 shmish. Look at how she covers it black all perfect. She's like an A student. She's like, oh, hello. I already know how to do this. I'm orange. And it's just like a little H, whoop, whoop, and then scribbly, scribbly. And then we clean our paintbrush. And how's your brain? Were you confused when we did blue and green and then we made turquoise? Now how's your brain? Makes sense. I understand it. It's getting easier. It's just having to be delicate. That's annoying and kind of hard on the brain, but that's right. Okay, so now I would like to brighten it, and then the orange looks like sherbet when you put the white in it. It's very pretty. So I get a poke of white. Oh, wait. That looks like too much. I think wait. Let me get some of it off. I think I was just aggressive right there. Let me adjust it for you. Okay, there. I caught myself. Okay, now the light's coming from above, so it's very white. And then not very white, running out of white, disappearing, all gone. And then it's just orange by herself, which is dark. Who felt like that one was your best one? Who truly, like it really does. The orange did eat up the white until it disappeared. It's true. Now you clean your paintbrush. And that yellow and orange are touching. So a clean paintbrush, I clean it, you know. And then I push right there in the little bridge world, I put the orange and the yellow and the yellow and the orange, orange and the yellow, yellow and the orange. I make like a baby orange. It's so pretty. Love it, love it. Remember, try to make yourself go fast. If you overthink it too much, you're stealing the joy. Does that make sense? Because if we go outside the lines, if we get too much paint, all of it's fixable later, and we're just enjoying and having fun and decorating and watching it happen and being curious. But don't stress yourself out. That's no fun. Okay, what comes after orange? Pink. Okay, here's pink. She's the color of my shirt. See? Favorite color? It's a red color. She looks like red. Her name is Pithantha Red. But it's not our purple color. You see the diff? So pink is next. She stands for red. So I go, all right. And she's also from the same company as orange. So I just go, look at how I gave us way too much pink. People helped me make these cups, and they're way too generous. That's all I'm saying. Okay, and go poke. How much paint? You already know. I'm not even talking about it. Okay, and then, and it's like, let's do 2 fingers of pink. What? So it's a little bigger because it's a pretty color. Okay, then I land inside. Well, let me move my hand out of the way so you can see. And I go smash and sneak up, bye. And then smash, woo. Wait, that wasn't enough paint. Oh, once I do 2 fingers, it takes more paint. I had to stop and get more paint, right? Oh, okay. There's 2 fingers fits in there. And now I go shmush, 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 shmush. Who feels like the tip of your paintbrush scratches the paint back off? Try using the side of the paintbrush, like if you were going to put it on your face, like that's the soft side. Use the soft side of your paintbrush. The tip, she's a little sharp, you notice? And she'll scratch the paint back off, and you're like, hey, tip of the paintbrush, knock it off. And then I clean my paintbrush. That's a pretty color, right? Wait till you put white on it and turn the light on. So I clean my paintbrush, pinch. How much white? Maybe a smidge more, 'cause she's a little bit bigger, and a tiny adjustment. I don't know. We're guessing. We're guessing. Okay, so I do the arch off the top. Whee! Super white. Then less white, less white, less white until it's just red by herself, or pink. She's actually a red, but I call her pink because she makes the prettiest pink. And then, ooh, I have stripes on mine. Well, don't try to make it smooth. You're just mixing the white into the pink and making medium. And nobody gets excited about medium. We're trying to make bright, medium, dark. Okay, ooh, orange and pink are touching. Clean your paintbrush, scribbly, scribbly. Make a bridge world. Push the orange and the pink and the pink and the orange, orange and the pink and the pink and the orange. Pitta, 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 pitta. And then what comes after pink? This purpley thing. And she doesn't have a name. So, because it's not really purple. I don't know what to call her because she was neon purple. And I don't know if that's really a color. I don't know. So who needs my help to do this? Who's already memorized how to do this? I know. That is how good your human brain is. Doing something makes you understand it. Okay, so I stab it because it's 2 fingers big this time. So I go, oh, it's turning the corner for sure. Yeah. So I go, okay, I land inside the shape, smash, but let's see how see-through this puppy is. We might have to go and put extra paint. Remember the green? Totally see-through and rude. We might have to put extra thick. I don't know. Let's see how it looks. Depends on how much white you put. I don't know. So I go smash. Bye, Sharpie. Once I have a good outline, have I ever gone outside the lines? So what makes you stay inside the lines? A good outline. And then I just go shmush, 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 shmush. And then let me look. Is that see-through? I can see the black on mine. Can you see black on yours? I want to put more. I think she's like because you remember these are the ones we added white to. I'm gonna make it a little thicker and put a second coat on, just real soft, and kind of smush it on there. Okay, nice and thick, float on top of that paint, really, oh, that's way better. A second coat, very smooth, that's the trick. We'll do that for the green, okay? We have to adjust all the time because we don't know what life's gonna throw at us. What, invisible paint? Why would they sell me see-through paint? Dumb. Okay, now I'm gonna get the white and I clean my paintbrush, but it has to be a bigger poke of white because this is a bigger piece of color. So I poke the white maybe a little harder. Poke. And then I just go, okay, the light's coming from above, so it's still sliding down the side, I think so. So I just go, okay, very white. Not very white, running out of white. Oh, I better do it softer. I'm scratching the paint off. Oh, I did that too hard. Look at the black came through. Okay, be softer than me. Learn from me. I just did that. I should have been so much softer. I think I used the tip of my paintbrush softer. Soft. Okay, running out. Oh, man. I did it so soft. This paint makes me angry. I just want you to know. And then I clean my paintbrush, pinch. And now pink and purple are touching. We get to clean our paintbrush and push the pink and the purple and the purple and the pink and make a little halfway world. Okay, fun. Push up. Scribbly. We're their friends now. And then we clean our paintbrush. And remember, you sit comfortable in front of your painting. I see some people still tilted and awkward. I don't need to look at your painting anymore. I'll watch someone else. If you're reaching around all awkward, whatever, just you get comfy. You get comfortable like this. And then if I can see, good. You need to see me, right? But I need to watch people or I'll go too fast. I do. Because I already know how to do this. Okay, and then what comes after purple? Blue. Full rainbow. Remember, if we use little scribbles, more likely to fall outside the lines. As long as we're going in stripes, then we stay inside the lines. Scribbles jump around. And they won't behave. Okay, so I get the blue. Poke. How come? It's bigger. So who's good at getting the amount of paint you need? I know. And then 2 fingers big at least. And then how do we make a smooth outline? I smash inside, smash, and sneak up and let one hair. Oh, wait. I just made that 3 fingers. That's humongous. Oops. Oh. I never met this chameleon. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if she just changed her colors 30 seconds ago. Maybe she did make that blue part bigger. I don't know. None of my business. So it's supposed to be 2 fingers, but I accidentally made 3 fingers. But I don't think it'll matter. Okay, and then I get more. I need more blue to fill it in because I'm already out of paint on my paintbrush. So I just mushy. But I push and pull in nice, big, long strokes. How come? It keeps me inside the lines. Up and downsies would make me fall out, right? They'd poke out. Because this is why. Your hand can land right where you tell it to, but it can't come to a stop. That's why your Y's and your G's all are funky on the bottom, because your hand goes and it can't stop. But you can land your hand right where you tell it to. Stopping's hard. And then I clean my paintbrush. And then a little bit more white. Oh, and switchy. Where's the light coming from? Above. So I gotta start putting this color on the top of my blue now. Right? Doesn't that make sense? It's gonna be awkward, but it's true. So I get a poke of white poke, and I'm gonna make it very white on the top because that's where the light's coming from. And then not very white, running out of white. It's just blue by itself. And do I feel the need to go back and fix it? No. If the more you touch it, the more it just becomes medium. You're just mixing your colors together. Snoreboard. But now, before my purple dries, I clean my paintbrush and I get to put purple in the blue and blue in the purple. It's such a pretty color. But I have to hurry because once we make our paint thin, what instantly starts happening? It starts drying. You just put it flat and thin on the canvas and the air instantly starts stealing the water out of your paint. So we're always in a little hurry. So now I'm going to put the purple and the pink and the blue and the blue and the purple. Oh, that's a wicked good color. You're so jealous of me. I love purpley blue. Oh. That is so good. Purpley blue. But I had to do it soft. I felt like my paintbrush was a little scratchy. So I was doing it really soft. Who's feeling good about it? Okay, check with your brain. So, remember when you were frustrated and confused? What are you talking about, lady? What? And then as you did it, you went, oh, okay, I get it. Oh, I see. Oh, I get, And the more you did it, the more you understood it, until now you're like, oh, this is easy, I'm bored. How did your brain go from, I don't understand, I'm confused, this lady is mean, to, I understand it, I'm bored? That is the human brain. The danger is once you get bored, you don't want to do it anymore because the brain likes to be always a little bit afraid. Like, this is hard. This is hard. That's what your brain likes, actually. And most people run away from it, but that's when your brain is the happiest. When a video game that was easy, would you even bother? No, it has to be like a little bit hard, right? As soon as something gets easy at school, you're like, hard is the way that your brain gets most excited. Okay, now we can do the eyeballs. Okay, so we'll do it real fast. But whatever color you end on the cheek is the color that you make her eyelid on. Okay, it's just a rainbow over her eye. So no, we're gonna do the inside of her eye, and it's purple, pink, orange. Okay, so and it's just one, and you just clean your paintbrush. Where's purple? This one. And you cannot make a circle because you were born human. It's your parents' fault because they were human. But since you can't make a circle, you know what shapes you can make very easy? A rainbow and a smile. Okay? A rainbow because it's in the shapes of all letters and numbers, and a smile. Okay, so don't try to make a circle. You'll go, oh shoot, I ruined it. Oh shoot, I ruined it. You can't make a circle. So you just poke your purple, and we're just get rid of this Sharpie. I don't want to look at this Sharpie. And it's one paintbrush big. And I just go, okay then, should I push hard or soft? Soft. It's just one paintbrush big. So I go, rainbow. Hello. Oh, that's not enough paint. Look at her see-through. Rude. One more time, nice and thick. Wait, one more time. She will not behave. Okay, there. Now I got it on there. She kept scratching it back off. Stupid see-through color. Okay, then the rainbow on the bottom. More paint, and then rainbow. 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 Okay, okay, okay. What if we go outside the lines? You know we're painting her face. We can fix that later. Don't care. Sweet. And I clean my paintbrush off with a pinch. Now can you find pink? You're all lady. You're going too fast. Whose job is it to watch the clock? Mine. Okay then. Okay, so now I get the pink, and I'm going to fill it all the way up to the next Sharpie. Okay, so I go poke. Right? And we're going to add a little bit of white to it to make it shimmer shine a little bit. But it's still the same thing. What if you get purple inside your pink? They're pretty. It won't hurt nothing. But it's still, do a rainbow instead of a circle. Go rainbow, rainbow, rainbow. It's easier for your brain to control that shape. Smile, smile, smile. It's just a brain trick. When humans make circles, we trace things. Does that make sense? Trying to draw a circle just frustrates you because you know what it's supposed to look like and you can't, and then you're mad. But we can make rainbow, rainbow, smile, smile. But look how dark that is. It's not cute. Maybe a tiny bit of white. Just a little bit. Let's brighten it up a little and swirl it in, right? It doesn't have to touch the edges. Maybe just a tiny bit of white. a little bit and just go smush it in. Everybody pause and look up just to make sure you knew what I meant when I said it. But I just, then smushy, 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 smushy. Oh, yeah. There, it's a little bit brighter. And I don't have to get it all over the pink. Just a little brighter, a little brighter. Done. Cool. And then we clean our paintbrush so we can get some orange. And we fill that hole with orange, like the donut hole. But again, you can't make a circle. Rainbow, smile. You think I'm kidding. But it happened. Okay, so I get my orange poke. And what if the orange touches the pink? Gorgeous. Okay. So I just go, okay, rainbow, smile, and then, oh, my paint is getting scratched back off. I better do it softer. Okay, there. Okay, that's hard. Okay, soft. Okay, there. Now the paint stayed where I told it to. Go. Look at her. She's misbehaving. Naughty. Okay, softer. She's trying to scratch off. Who thinks the tip of the paintbrush is mean? Would you stop it, tip of the paintbrush? And then you have to tilt your paintbrush and kind of use the side of the paintbrush so it's not as scratchy. Weird. Okay, now I get to put the eyeball on there. I'll show you. He's cuter with the eyeball, and he's a chameleon, right? And they have the eyes that can look everywhere. We want him to look like he's looking at us. So we're going to use our fingerprint. How come? It's a perfect circle like a stamp. It works really good. Otherwise, it just becomes a orange black smear. But where does it go? It goes in the back corner of the orange, not the pink, right? And I just go poke, and it's the perfect size for an eyeball pupil. Where's my black? And then you can put the lid right away back on the black, so we only need it for this one thing until the end. But I just go poke. Get on my finger. And I use the bone part of my finger, not the flat fluffy part, but the little bone part. And if you can't because you have fingernails, just do it very carefully. I don't do fingernails because I'm constantly in the paint. Okay, now I'm gonna go, okay, where does it go at? What does she say? It's in the back corner. And I just stamp, kind of a little swirl, tiny swirl, to make sure it's getting off my finger. Poink. Oh, he's funny. And then you can lick your finger. Just kidding. Use a napkin. But what does my chameleon have that yours doesn't? A little white dot. Look at my eye. Everything in this planet has wet, round eyes. What's that white dot? The light in the room. So without the little dot, everything is dead. Your eyes dry out as soon as you're dead. Right? It's like, oh, it's an alive animal. But don't use your don't use your paintbrush. You'll go like this. Right? So can we use our stick? She'll make a tiny little speck, like a miniature fingerprint. But how much white do I need? The tiniest speck you ever got in your life. Maybe just touch the side or your lid, the side of the paint. And I just need a speck of white, super teensy. And then it goes in the top corner of the black because of the light is coming from above. So the top corner of the white, he's alive. But I use my stick. My paintbrush will go blah. I just put a little, and then I got a speck of white, not a poke of white. It'll make a big blob of white, like a Hershey's kiss in his eye. He's cute now that he's looking at us. Ah! Okay, now we're gonna make spikes. His awesome spikes, right? But how do they, and they're pink and orange with white in them. So fun, okay? But how do they get them pointy like that? It's this fancy paintbrush. This is a $5 paintbrush. Wholesale $5, right? But it's because it comes to a point. And then if I smash it, she opens. And as I pull her, she'll gently close herself to a point. Like, what? These are the paintbrushes that paints flowers and leaves. They're the best paintbrushes. I couldn't find them any cheaper. Love, love, love. Okay, so I want to show you. I'm going to show you how to make so everybody pause and look up. Even if you're busy, you could pause this and watch me do this and then go back to what you were doing. Okay, so here's me making a spike. I smash, which makes it nice and big, and then I flick, and it's pointy. Land and flick, land and flick, land and flick. Awesome. That makes sense. Watch me ruin it. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So what happens when I go back down? I square it off because the paintbrush will switch back to square. When I landed, it was a square, but when I flicked, it was pointy. So if I go up and down, you get a bunch of squares. So let me show you. It goes like this. It goes pink, lots of paint, super thick. We have to cover up black. So I go land and flick, land and flick, land and flick. I could even go back and add more between there. Hello, hello, right? Then I'm going to get orange. I'm going to show you all this and go poke, 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 and put polka dots of orange. Clean my paintbrush. Then I get white, and now I'm going to streak them. Watch this. I'm trying to make stripes of orange, pink, and white. Whoosh. Ooh, pretty. Whoosh. 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 They get bigger the second time. So I got orange and pink stripes. That was too much orange. Look at that. We'll do better. I'll show you. Okay. But isn't this a texture thing? Right? It's a texture thing. But we still want dark, medium, light, 3D. Okay, ready? And they're all pointing at the corner. Oh, and then they point off the page, right? Hello, hello. They're like leaning back like that. And then do you know what this dotted line is for? It just meant go higher than that, and I don't want to see that silver Sharpie. Nice and thick paint, okay? But that's her back. So from her back, flick, from her back, flick, from her back, flick, right? Okay, you want to see? Let me show you. Stab that pink, thick paint. Why? We gotta cover up some black. We want it to be nice and thick. Okay, watch. I land on her back and flick. What if yours are longer? I don't care. It's your guy. Land and flick. Ooh. Land and flick. Ooh. And it does get bigger when you decorate with the other colors. Land and, oh, I'm out of paint. Look, it's see-through. That's terrible. More paint. Stab. And which way are they leaning? Back. They're pointing it. Look at the corner. Look at the corner. That's what they're doing. And then I get more. Land on her back and flick. Ooh, that was long. Land and flick. And they're parallel to each other, which means as it comes down her back, oh, okay, now they're pointing off the page. Because they just kind of like start to fall. Oh, okay, then it's done. All right. Well, let me go back. Look at that one see-through. More paint. Nice and thick. I don't want to see no Sharpies. Get it, get it, get it. And you get the paint goes smash, flick, smash. And you smash your paintbrush so it's big. And then you go, and she'll just let go into a point all by herself. Smash, flick. It's a texture thing. Smash, flick. Leonardo, did you do it? I can't see. Oh, come on. No dilly-dally. Go, go, go. Nobody cares. Let it be ugly. I don't care. Throw it in the garbage when you're done. Nobody needs to look at this. It's just the experience. Just, who cares? Right? Are you supposed to be frustrated, confused, and a little afraid you're going to fail? Yeah, because we're learning something. But when is your brain most excited? Learning something. Okay, pink. Is that 3D? And no. So poke your orange, and we'll just put a little bit of orange pieces. Everybody pause and look up. I'm just going to put it near her back, little orange pieces. Watch me. Pokety, 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 so I can accidentally hit some of them. I'm gonna scratch that. I'm going to play with that. Poke, 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 poke. And the more paint you use, the thicker it is and the prettier it is, right? Okay, and then I clean my paintbrush because I want to get white, and this will ruin my white, so I can't touch my white like this. Clean my paintbrush. Now I'm going to poke my white. Now everybody pause and watch this. So I'm going to, okay, here's white on my paintbrush. I'm going to scratch each one of these. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And I just give it permission to be dark, medium, and light. Oh, I'm running out of white. Turn your paintbrush over. Whoochie, 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 whoochie. Now look at them. There's dark pieces, medium pieces, and light pieces. All I did was flick them with a little bit of white in it. Flicky, flicky, flick, flick, flick. Oh, touching it too much turns it back to pink. Oh, let the white live. Stop touching it so much. Ugh. Now you do it. Just make sure you can't see the silver Sharpie, Then you get a little bit of orange pokes. Poke, 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 poke. And just drop off a little bit of orange. Then you clean your paintbrush and get white and then scratch at it. And then as soon as you start running out of white, flip your paintbrush over because there's some on the other side. Isn't that pretty? Did you make some 3D spikes where there's dark pieces, medium pieces, light pieces? And they kind of made pinky orange. It's wicked good. But how much paint did you have to use? Like a lot. It had to be thick, right? Otherwise nothing would happen. It'd be all dry and see-through. So it's a lot of paint. And it wouldn't make a nice little poke at the end, little pointy part on the end if you don't use a lot of paint. It'll be dry. Pretty good, pretty good. Now who's ready to do more? Can we go faster now? Let's go faster. Way faster. Okay? So you see his feet? I painted the wood on his feet, but the wood is dry. So just put his feet on top. Like cover up the wood. We could cover it black. We could cover it brown, right? Look, I got it on his arm and on his toes. But the toes are V's. I don't care, right? But we're going to make a rainbow again. But instead of doing this leg, snoreboard, and then do this leg, can we do it faster? You guys have proven you know how to do this. Look at your beautiful tail. You've proven it. Don't overthink this. Okay, so let's go, but this time we'll get a poke of yellow and do toes, toes, and then more yellow and do this toes at the same time. Then orange, orange, then pink, pink, then purple, purple. Can we do both at the same time so it goes faster? Or we'll be here all day. Okay, so toes are yellow. And they're just two little V's, and we go back to the tail, fingerprint big. So I get my yellow and I go, and then please be generous with your paint. Who feels like you can stab the paint and get the right amount of paint every time? I know. How fast did you learn that? So trust yourself, okay? So I'm going to paint over the wood, the toes on top of the wood. So I just go, okay, V, toe. Hey, this is see-through. I need more yellow. I just made that adjustment right away when I saw it. I just went, oh, okay. And then yellow toes. Wait, don't stop. Go and jump over and do the other foot at the exact same time. Toes and toes. Nice and thick paint. Do it. Don't watch me. Watching is boring. Doing is best. Doing is the funnest part. Doing is a chance to succeed, a chance to fail, a chance to wonder, a chance to be curious. Watching is like, that's why TV is weird. Nothing, you're not doing nothing. Okay, now get yellow paint and fill it in, right? And nice and thick, blah, 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 blah. Then I clean my paintbrush because I want to get white. But both feet would like their own pokes of white, right? And I poke my white, poke. And I'm going to go, okay, the top of her foot would be the most bright. So everybody pause and look up, right? I'm very white, less white, less white. Let it run out. And I'm basically doing this to smooth it too. Nice. And then another poke of white for the other foot. My white's too far behind me there. Very white on the top of her foot. Less, less, less. Oh, and it does smooth the paint when I do it too. Nice. Okay. Oops. Look at those stripes I got on my toe. My foot almost softer. Okay, there, fix it. Okay, I'm beating you. I'm beating you right now. You're jealous of me. Okay, now I clean my paintbrush. Ew, I don't like mine anymore. Anyone else need a new paper towel? Look at that. Get that out of here. I put my fingers right in a blob of paint. Disgusting. Okay, to start fresh. Finish. And then now I can, what comes after pink? Orange. Orange is her wrist, and then also her thumb and her ankle, right? So, oh, where's orange? How do I outline again? I'm inside the shape smash, and then I sneak up and get rid of the Sharpie. Hello, and on top of the wood. Ooh. And I went on top of the wood because the foot's on top. And then where's on the other foot? Oh yeah, it's the it's her little wrist. Hello, hello. And we're very good at those H's, right? Those number 11s when you just put the lines. And then I fill it in. You better not be watching me paint in your painting. You're glancing up now for what? For instruction? No. You're comparing, oh, is mine in the same spot as hers? You already know how to do this. You have proof. So you're just glancing up now to go, oh yeah, right, that's the same as mine. Oh yeah, that's the same. That's all you're doing. You're not watching me paint no more. Okay, now I clean the paintbrush because I want to put white, and it's on the top of her wrist and on the front of her foot, right? So I get to poke each side with like their own poke of white. So it's very white, and then I push it backwards. Push it back, running out. And I can flip my paintbrush over. Look, there's white on the other side for the other wrist. Less, red now. Ooh, yellow and orange are touching. Best part is making a new color. So I clean my paintbrush because only a clean paintbrush can make a new color. And I push the orange and the yellow and the orange. And if you get orange all over the foot, maybe that's how the chameleon wants it. So don't worry about it. So I just go, okay. I push the orange and the yellow and the yellow and the orange and the yellow and the orange. New color. And the orange, the yellow and the yellow and the orange and the yellow. Oh, new color. So pretty. Okay, what comes after orange? Pink or red, whatever you want to call her. I don't care. So, and then it goes like her forearm and her calf. So I go pink. And I go, oh, okay. So it's like a number 11. Hello. This one's easy. Hello. It's just a number 11. Wait, I'm out of paint though. I need more paint to fill it in. I forgot I'm doing 2 legs. It takes a lot more paint. Leg, forearm. Ew, black showing. More paint. Get out of here. Okay, there. And then clean my paintbrush. I always clean my paintbrush when I go get white. Is your white staying clean doing that? It's a good trick. Okay, now I poke each side with like her own poke of white. Poke. And I go, all right, so the front of her leg is the most bright. Hello, I'm so white. And then less white. And each one overlaps the last one. And then I can turn my paintbrush over because there's white on the other side of my paintbrush and do make sure I land right. And then the top of her leg, and then down, running out, red. And then clean my paintbrush because pink and orange are touching. So how's your brain? Do you completely understand this now? How come? Because you've done it. And your brain's like, yeah, I got this, lady. Stop talking. You could do it by yourself, but that would get lonely. Okay, now orange and pink are touching. So I get to put the pink and the orange and the pink. Scribbly. Oh, push and shove. Oh, pretty. You know what that reminds me of? A missile pop. Orangey pink. And then on the wrist, it's right there. I have to put the orange and the pink. They're touching. So I scribble them together. Orange and the pink and the pink and the orange. Pretty. Who's beating me right now? If you're not beating me, you're going faster. And you need to care less. Stop going so slow and being delicate. Care less. Remember when you didn't know what you were doing and the tail still came out good? don't all of a sudden start doing it too careful because it is coming out good. Stay with the same, I don't know, I don't care attitude, okay? Just go. Nobody cares. So now I can, because you didn't know when you started and it's gorgeous, so don't slow down just because you do know what to do. Okay, now I get the purple and it's for the elbow and the knee, okay? So I turn the corner and I'm like, hello, I'm a knee. I'm a knee and I'm an elbow. A knee and an elbow. Remember how we have to make purple thick? How come? Because she's that see-through one. So I'm going to put on nice and thick. And I just go smash, 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 all thick. I'm using lots of paint and then flatten it down nice. Using the side of my paintbrush. The tip of my paintbrush is too scratchy. It's harder because you can't hold it like a pencil. So you have to hold it kind of weird. Hold your paintbrush kind of weird to try to use the side of the paintbrush, but you can totally do it. I mean, you don't hold a butter knife like a pencil, and somehow you can peanut butter on the bread, right? So it's just a change in the way you hold something. Adjust. And then I clean my paintbrush. Pinch so I can get white. And the white is the top of the knee, right? And going down. So, woo! Right? And then I go lower. Uh-oh, side of my paintbrush. Look, it's scratched. Okay. Lower, 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 lower. I have to do it very soft. I ran out. Woo. Okay. And then the other side of my paintbrush still has some white on it. So I flip my paintbrush over and I do, ooh, the inside of her elbow. Look. Hello. And then I push it back, 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 back. Ta-da. Clean my paintbrush because you know what? Pink and orange are touching. No. Pink and purple are touching. I get to make a new color with my clean paintbrush. And I get to push the pink and the purple and the purple and the pink. A little scribble. Pushy shovey, pretty, 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 pretty. Oh, I have to do it very soft. I think this purple's making me mad. Did I already say that? Probably. Okay. Who's beating me? All right, you go. You go then. You're just putting the white on. I can see it. Yep. Elbow, knee. Yep. Okay, then after purple, blue. It's 2 fingers big of blue. So, okay then. Everybody pause just so you can see where, but it's a half of the leg and a half of the leg, and then half of the arm and a half of the arm. Pop. Look how pretty that blue looks on the black. That's pretty. I'm staring at it in the camera. Okay, and then I fill it in. And then, everybody look, I have to, because remember when we were doing the stick and the parallel lines? So because the leg is going side to side, I have to keep those texture going the same direction. So I have to paint this one side to side. Does this make sense? Because of texture. And then this one, the arm has to be up and down. Weird. But because these ones are going up and down, the one above it has to match, right? Because it's part of the same object, texture. Clean our paintbrush, pinch. And top of the leg would be white, and front of the leg, front of the arm would be white. Okay, so I get a poke of white. We already know how blue turns out. It's good, right? Blue's pretty. So top of the leg, whoosh, oh, so good. And then last, wipe, last, running out, and I'm done. So it's bright at the top, medium in the middle, and just blue by itself on the bottom. 3D. And then there's no white on my paintbrush. I can't flip it over this time. Okay, so I clean my paintbrush, get another poke of white. And the front of his leg, kaboom, very white. Last, right now. And now purple and blue are touching, and that's my favorite color to do. So, yay. I love purpley blue, and I don't think I've ever seen real purpley blue in nature. Unless it was a tropical bird, and I've looked. Purpley blue. I don't know. Love it. Can't find it. So I put the scribble the clean paintbrush. I put the blue and the purple and the purple and the blue and the blue and the purple and the purple and the blue very softly, and I like what it looks like. Oh! I had too much blue. Look at what I did. I had too much blue in my paintbrush, and I touched the purple. I'm going to use my finger. Back off, blue, because my finger took the blue off for me. That was scary. Okay, and now this one, I can put the blue and the purple and the purple and the blue. Pew, 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 pew. That is such a good color. Oh, love it. Okay, last part is his leg, and the top of his arm is green. So I'll show you. But look, his tail. Look at his tail. Oh, can we just draw his tail? I want to show you. His tail just goes straight up to the leg. Does that make sense? So his tail stays the same thickness the whole time, which makes that is the weird shape of the bottom of his thigh that makes him jump, right? Okay, weird, but true. So now I can, oh, how thick do we put green? It's that color again. I'm going to put on really, I don't want black showing through. And I'm smush it on there, and then I get more whenever black shows up. No, you do not. There. And then the top of his arm. Hello. Okay. And I clean and I'm scared to put the white on, because last time I wiped the paint off, I wasn't soft enough. Very, very frustrating. But I'm going to do better. Right? How do we learn on this planet? By doing and adjusting. So I realize what I need to do, and I'm just going to concentrate on it. Okay. So I clean my paintbrush and get a poke of white. And it's white on the top of his leg. Okay. Okay. And then super soft, because I don't want to scratch off the green. And I just go swipey, 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 down, 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 right. Ooh, down, lower, lower, soft, soft. Wipe it off the white. And then I'm done. I still did it, but I still wiped it off when I did it too hard, but I just went back and fixed it. Soft, 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 soft. It makes me so nervous because I'm the one teaching, and I could screw it up too. I've done it lots of times, and I know what I need to do, but still my brain, like, ugh. Okay, and then the white, this arm would like a little bit of white and decorate it in. Okay. And then blue and green is touching, so I get to make turquoise. Before they dry. Hurry, hurry. So I clean my paintbrush. Only a clean paintbrush can do it. And pushy shovey. Because I love turquoise. It's the ocean. Put the blue and the green and the green and the blue and the blue and the green and the green and the blue and blue and the green and green and the blue. Ooh, I liked it better at the bottom when they were both in their dark colors. Ooh, that's my favorite. Okay, and then on her arm up here too. Turquoise. Done. We are awesome. Who's caught up to me? Or who's just finishing green? Okay. What? Okay, how much do you trust getting the right amount of paint? How did you learn that? How about making one color disappear into another color and making that fade? The white disappears. I know. You learned how to highlight in one painting. Right? So how would you shadow something? Put the dark and let it disappear through light colored paint. Reverse. Right? How about the texture? Who enjoys the texture of your painting now that it's drying? The texture matters. So if you touch it too much for smoothness, you mix your paints too much, and then there's no interesting texture to stare at. Right? So you're like, Okay, now we get to do the body, the tail and the body. Okay, this is how fast it's going to go. We're all probably going to go now at a different pace because we're all special. Right? And then at the end, I'll tell you to watch me make the pokes. Okay? But now, everybody pause and look up. Even if you're busy, look at me. Okay, so where did we end? At blue. Right? Oh, we're way farther. So good. But it doesn't matter. So they're 3 fingers big, Boom, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, then we get to the body, but now they become long tubes. And because of texture, this is going like this, right? Well, in order to keep that going, when I'm doing her back, they have to be side to side only. Otherwise, the stick doesn't match, right? So, but then they changed to 2 fingers big again. And we're all gonna fit our faces. Let me show you. I'll show you. So look at this one I painted. This is before I knew to put white in it. Look at how the black shows through on the green. Okay. But I finished yellow there. But in this one I finished orange. Does it matter? No, it's still adorable. We don't know this chameleon. So whatever color the rule is though, whatever color you end on his cheek is the color that makes his eyebrow or his eyelid, which is just a rainbow. Okay, and then we're gonna paint right over the smile. I just put the smile so he looked friendly, but we paint over it because what is the smile really made out of? Little white dots. So it's a smile of white dots, a rainbow of white dots, and then little white dots everywhere. We made a new color on his tail. So the purpley blue, the pinky purple, the orangey yellow. We put little dots. It's very cute. And the last thing we do is a stick and just put some stripes of black dots, not too many because it's very messy. And just before we go, after we're done painting, and we're gonna get black on our paintbrush, which ruins your paintbrush and makes everything look gray, at the end, we can go around and fix anything with our shiny black paint. Okay, you guys ready? So why did I tell you all that? Because we're all gonna finish at different times. Watch. You're just gonna go as fast as you wanna go. Okay, so where did we leave off? Blue, so we need green. Stop! How much paint do I need? A lot. How come? Now it's 3 fingers big. So I land inside her tail, smash, and then sneak up, 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 up. One hair gets rid of the Sharpie. Wait, is that 3 fingers? Yes, okay. I almost went too far. Okay, and then now I sneak down from the top down, and I gotta get my hand out of the way so you can see. Bye, Sharpie, bye, Sharpie. Oh, look at that goober. Look at there. And then, oops, I went outside the lines. Should I give up and go home? I'll fix that with black at the end. I don't care. And then I fill it. How thick do I want my green? Thick. This is see-through, that see-through color, so I'm going to put lots. And this is the one that makes me all upset because I worry. But I could do it. I could do it. Using the side of my paintbrush, smear. Oh, I went outside the lines by a lot. Why did I do that for? I'll fix it at the end. I was holding it and I dropped it a little bit. Okay, don't be sad for me. I don't really care. I have lots of these. This one isn't precious to me. Okay, I'm putting it really soft with the side of my paintbrush and peanut buttering that green on. Soft. Okay, then I clean my paintbrush so I can get white. And it's a bigger poke of white. How come? These are bigger pieces. So I can, my white. And then it's very white on the top of her tail. Swoosh. Then less, running out. Oops, I did it too hard. Slower, softer. And it's because I'm holding it too that I'm not very stable. You guys probably are easier. You're better at this than me. Okay, there. No! Look at I scratched the black. The black showing. Let me try to put it back on. Soft. Oh. Oh, I did it. Okay, now I have to clean my paintbrush. Hey, blue is dry. How can I make turquoise? I can't. Can I just put a little tiny bit of green on the blue? Everybody pause and watch. So I'm just gonna go and scratch the very front of this and put some like invisible green powder on my blue and pretend. No one will notice. Like, Oh, you can have a little bit of dry green on it. Wait, my finger will do it. Oh, my finger makes very dry looking green. That's the trick. That's very see-through. Using my finger. My paintbrush wanted to smear too much paint. My finger made a nice powdery green. See? Okay. Okay, what comes after green? Yellow! And why are we rushing? We gotta go. Okay, so I stab my yellow, no dilly-dally. And then, oh, look at what I did when I drew it. Did anybody else have this? When I was drawing it and I come around the corner, I kept messing it up, but I fixed it. So it's the outside line, not the inside line, sorry. Okay, so it's 3 fingers big, swipe, swipe. And yellow, so and it's 3 fingers. Heck dang, that's 4 fingers. Okay. We don't care. Okay, and then I fill it in with yellow, smush smash it in the side of my paintbrush. The tip of my paintbrush is too sharp, so I'm kind of using the side, peanut butter it on, like you hold a butter knife. La, 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 la. And then the light's still coming from the top. Smack! Right? Clean my paintbrush to keep my white clean. Poke! I just stab my white now because of their big pieces. Just stab your white. And it's super white at the top, then less, rocking back and forth, less, running out, soft. I think I let the metal touch my canvas. Is that why it's doing it? I can't figure it out yet. And then I clean my paintbrush because green and yellow are touching. Who's beating me? Who's past green and yellow? You can go faster than me. You don't need me. You already know how to do this. You go as fast as you want to go. I don't care. It's your painting. Okay, now I get to put the green and the yellow and the green. It makes that margarita color. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Pretty, 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 pretty. Yummy, yummy, yummy color. Oh, I like it because I get to do it bigger. It makes a prettier color. What comes after yellow? Orange. But I'm definitely on top of my stick now. So don't be afraid to put the orange on the stick, okay? Because the tail is in front of the wood, right? So I just go, oh, okay, I got it. So I get the orange, and she is just like in front of the stick, and in front of the stick. Oh, wait, is this 4 fingers big? Why did I switch to 4 fingers? I guess it doesn't matter. But can I go side to side and paint this? No, I cannot. First, I would fall outside the lines, and it wouldn't be the right texture. So we have to, whatever texture is touching it, you have to continue that same texture. Just like the stick, we want to assume it's the same object by the texture. Can't tell by the color. Okay, and then wait, everybody wait. It changed. So this orange is standing straight up and down. So, okay, we'll put the white on top for this one. But on the next one, we'll start putting it on her back because her back would be the shiniest. See what I mean? Like as soon as you get to her back, then we flipped her back. But this is still tail, right? So we'll do it on the inside line. But once we get to her body, we have to do it on her back. Okay, got that resolved. So I clean my paintbrush. The light, where the light's coming from is always important, right? Keeping an eye on that. So I got the white, and I think it would still be on the inside. There, here, very white, because that's where the yellow was. And then less, and I'm just swiping, very gently swipe, and I'm running out of white, and ran out. But when I do the next piece, it will definitely be, the white will be on her back. Look at, you guys know about light source and highlighting. Yeah, I do, because that's how I roll. I learned that fast because I have a good brain. Okay, and then now I get to put the orange and the yellow and the orange, which is that pretty color. So I'm going to scribble it together. Push, 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 pull, pull. Oh, pretty, 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 pretty. So pretty. And then what happens after orange? Pink! Okay, So I gotta touch my leg and my tail. So I go swipe. Okay. Swipe. It's 4 fingers big. I don't care. I'll just go faster. And then fill it in pink or red, whatever you want to color. When I found this Panther red, I was so happy because I was, let's paint flowers. But mixing red and white isn't a pretty pink, So I found this red. Her name is Panther red, and that was the pink that made me happy. Like, that's a good color. So then I clean my paintbrush. And now, here I go. Where's the light going to come from? Her back. And it's going to be her back from now on. Right? So I get a stab of white. Stab. How come? Because I trust myself now. And it's going to be very white on her back. Not very white. Running out of white. Running out of white. Running out of white. Running out of white. And I swear to back and forth, up and down like a windshield wiper. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Ran out. And then clean my paintbrush. And there's now I gotta mix orange and pink because they're touching. Who's beating me? Who went past me already? Like, you're not even waiting anymore. You just go. You just go. Who's behind me a little bit? Are you making smaller pieces than me? That's probably it. I'm all the way past the tail because I was making mine 4 fingers big. But if you're making 2 fingers big, you got to do more of them. But is that fair? Totally fair. It could be however you want. I don't care. Okay, now I get to put the orange in the pink and the pink in the orange. I kind of warned you that we'd all end up at a different spot. They're all different chameleons. And then after pink, purple. Now it's going to start. Where did it go? I lost it. Oh, here it is. My table is way down here. I don't get mine right next to my hands where you guys are. It's more comfortable to paint on a table like you. Okay, now it's going to be, I'm switching to like 3 fingers. Not as big because it's the back. And they look like tubes. Okay, so it's from her back to the top of her leg. But I still have to go side to side because of texture. And they're attached to the tail. So I could get, wait, this is the see-through purple. How thick do I want it? Thick. But how big is it? Let me check with my fingers. I really do check with my fingers. Oh, okay. And then I clean, I wish it was bigger, but no, the body should be just 3 fingers. Clean my paintbrush and then get a stab of white paint. But everybody pause and look up because you're not at this spot, but I just want to show you. So when I do the back, I feel like I'm windshield wiping, but you can't make Z's. They all have to touch, right? But I go back and forth, and I'm pushing it down is what it feels like to me. Okay, but it's very white, and then I push down, 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 down. Does that make sense? I'm pushing it down because they're going to go way up here to all the way to her tummy. So it really does feel like pushing down. And then, pink and purple are touching. I get to make my favorite color. Wait. Let me see. Making colors, the best. Yep. Fun. Ooh, look at those start and stop marks. They make little holes. When I come to I slam on the brakes. It digs holes in my paint. That's bizarre. Okay, after purple is blue. And so it's going to be oh, that's too big. It's supposed to be 3. No, that's right. I got scared. I put my fingers up there and it was right. It's 3 fingers. So it must be the back and the top of her leg. Right? 3 fingers. And then I scribble side to side and push it down, 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 down. Hey, I ran out of paint. I can tell. It even sounds dry. It's like, and you can totally trust yourself now. You know how much pressure to put. You know how much paint to put. Trust yourself. Okay, and then I clean my paintbrush, pinch. And get a stab of white. Stab! How come I have to get a lot? It's from her back to her leg. I'm going to start getting like big scoops of white because I have far to go. But should I paint up and down? Everybody look. Everybody pause. Look at me. Stop. It has to be side to side. Why? Because this was up and down, that was up and down. So then as I keep going, they have to be side to side to look like it's part of the same object. It's the same idea as the stick. So when we're painting, we have to go side to side. You can't go up and down. Just change, if you did, change the texture real quick. Just go over it. So it goes, I'm very white, not very white, running out of white, almost gone, almost gone, almost gone, gone. And now I can clean my paintbrush and mix purple and blue. It's a texture thing. You'll appreciate that I interrupted and said that when you're done. Boom! Love that color. I love the purpley blue. Love, love, love. But I think my purpley blue, my purple dried very faster than I expected. I have a fan on me, which is another reason my paint's drying really fast. The air is stealing the water. Okay, after the blue is green. So I stab my green stuff. Okay, now, what if I wanted to, my back is the spikes. I put the paint on top of the spikes. They're already dry, so don't worry. But her back is in front of the spikes. So we go on top of the spikes, okay? I'm not there yet, but. And then, oh, wait. Everybody look. So it's this. What? Look at it. It's a tube, but it goes around her knee to her tummy. That's awkward. And why did I outline it? Because if I outline something first, I won't go outside the lines. Right? It's always true. So then I just go, la, 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 la. Oh, look. This is how big this section is. I'm going to have to stop and get green a lot. And I want to put a second coat to make sure it's not, I don't see the black. Because you know how the green is. She's so bad. Naughty, naughty green. And I have to put it on thick and do it very soft. Stay on there, sticky little green. Oh, I did it. I'm proud. I went back and smoothed it. That came out good. Okay, now I can clean my paintbrush. Good. And then this is a long piece. How much white am I going to need? A lot. And I'm just going to run out of white paint for sure by halfway. I'm going to run out of white. Doesn't matter. She'll have a shadowy tummy. So I stab the white. I'm going to run out. But I don't need to stop and do it again. I just let it happen. But her back is very white. Hello! And then I push down, 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 down. Running out, running out, running out, running out, running out. Softly, softly. And then see, I did run out. And then I clean my paintbrush before blue dries. I can make turquoise. And I push the blue and the green and the green and the blue and the blue and the green and the green and the blue. Who's beating me? Who went ahead? I hope you are. I hope you're trusting yourself just to play, 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 play. But remember, when two colors touch, you stop with a clean paintbrush and make something new. That is the only part that people stare at, is new colors. People really love looking at that. In museums, that's what we stare at. New colors. Okay, and then after green, yellow. And then yellow has to be on my spikes. Look, here I am. I'm going to cut off the bottom of the spikes. Goodbye. And it's 2 fingers big. Swipe. And her tummy. Swipe. And then how do I paint it? Side to side only, because it's the texture thing. So, windshield wiper, windshield wiper, windshield wiper, blah, 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 blah. Oh, see through. More paint. And I could go back and forth and smooth it, smooth it, smooth it. Okay. Okay. Smoothing side of my paintbrush. Okay. And then, oh wait, black showing. Do it one more time. Okay. And then clean my paintbrush and get a blob of white and push the white down. And then you're just going to run out of white, but so, supposed to do that. So it's very white on her back and push down, 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 running out, running out, running out, all gone. And then I clean my paintbrush and I get to make margarita green. Clean paintbrush, makes a new color. And I push the green and the yellow and the yellow and the green and green and the yellow and the yellow and the green. Ooh. Wait, I want to try that with my finger actually. Oh. What? I think I like that better. And you want to try that? Try the blending moment with your finger instead of a paintbrush. Look, try it and see. What do you think? That's really pretty, and I like the texture. I don't know, you decide. Okay, after yellow, orange, stab. And I put the back on top of the spikes. 2 fingers big, swipe. Uh-oh, then where, oh look, I guess it's in the crook of her arm right here. This is odd. And why do I outline it first? My space. Because I won't go outside the lines if I outline it first. It's a human law of cut back when you did coloring books. It's true. So I get more orange stem and I scribble back and forth. Wait, I ran it more. It only goes to halfway. Who likes finger blending? Did you try it? Is it pretty? It's a better texture, but you have to kind of clean your finger still when you go to do like these 2 colors. What if I went back and did green and yellow? But then I clean my finger before, oh, then it's dry. It doesn't work when it's dry. Okay, and then I clean my paintbrush so I can get white. It's gonna make that gorgeous sherbet color. Love, super bright on her back, swoosh. And then scribbly, 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 push it down, 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 running out, running out, running out, running, all gone. Should I try blending it with my finger this time? Let's just see, because I like it. It is, I don't know. I'll try. If I hate it, I'll go back to the paintbrush. Oh! Ooh. Look at it. It looks like tie-dye. Oh, wait. The orange is trying to wipe off. Stay, orange. Oh, that's a good texture. It's interesting. I don't know. I like both. I like both. I like the texture of the finger. I like it, but then I like the paintbrush, so whatever you like best. I don't know, I was just playing. Thought you might enjoy that. Okay, after orange, look, I'm getting close to her face. Who's beating me? Okay, after orange, pink. But I think I'm gonna have to use, you know, this is the crown thing that goes on dinosaurs, you know, the crown to the arm, right? Half of the crown to the arm. This would be a tube of a piece, right? And who cares about those lines? We're painting over them. They don't matter. So let me see. Okay, scribbly, scribbly. I can't wait to see what color I end up on. This is different. Like, every time I do it, I land on a different color on her face. Depending on how big my pieces are. I don't know. It's always a mystery. Cute pink. And then I clean my paintbrush. So I can put the white, and the white goes on her crown. Stab! Who's beating me? Look at you. You're beating me. That's fun. So I like that you're confident and you're just not even watching me and you're just doing your own thing. I love it. So it's very white on her crown, right? And then push it down, 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 running out, running out, running out, running out, running out. Oh God. And now I get to put the orange and the pink and the pink and the orange. Paintbrush or finger? That's an artistic decision. You're deciding on the texture. What did you like about it? So you decide. I'm going back to paintbrush. I trust myself with it. I don't know. It was fun to play with them. Okay, now I'm going to put the purple. Purple would be the top of her crown to her chin. We're already on her face. That's fun. Purple. So the crown to her, around her arm to her chin. Right? Hello, hello. Uh-oh, there was orange in my paintbrush. Oh well. By the time I put the white on it, it'll disappear. I don't care. Pretty? Oh yeah. Purple has to be thick. You know how I noticed? Just now, I can see the black. Me no likey. I'm gonna make it thicker. Softer and thicker. When paint, no matter how thick you put acrylic paint, if you put giant lumps, it dries flat because the air disappears and all it leaves behind is the pigment. It's like, oh, mine's all lumpy. It won't stay lumpy. It'll dry flat. It's because acrylic paint, the word acrylic literally means plastic, acrylic nails. So this is liquid plastic we're playing with here. We've only had plastic paint, acrylic paint, for about 40 years. So we don't even know if these colors are gonna last. Oil paint in the museum, hundreds of years those colors last, right? Well, you ever leave a plastic toy outside in the sun? Don't they fade? The colors disappear? Well, they actually think our paintings that we make in this plastic paint, the colors won't stay bright and they'll eventually fade, you know. But that's why we learn using acrylic paint. If you're gonna professionally paint, you switch back to the really expensive oil paint. And look how fast this paint dries. Oil paint takes 5 days to dry. So you could like be working on something, go to sleep, get up in the morning and keep working on the same spot and it's still just as wet as it was last night. Because oil paint does not evaporate. It makes a chemical reaction. And it actually is not evaporating, but it's making a chemical bond. Totally different. That's just a little history story about paint. So we're like, I don't know if this is gonna last for my grandkids. Do you really want it to last to your grandkids? I don't know. You know who you should give this to? Grandma. But don't give it to both grandmas and then make them bid for it. And then whoever gets the highest price, that goes in your college fund. You know those grandparents would fight over this. No, it's mine. No, it's mine. And then, you know how jealous grandparents can be? And you're like, no, I love you too, Grandma. But you have to bid. So I guess the richest grandma wins. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. She'll be mad. Don't tell her I said that. I'm a grandma too. Grandmas are so jealous of the other grandmas. You get to spend more time with them than me. Is that fair? Calm down, Grandma. How old are you? I know. I do it all the time. Very jealous. Okay, there. Okay, after purple is what? Blue. Blue. Okay, I never landed with blue near the face. So it goes up to the eyeball. Wait. Okay, everybody pause and look. I gotta protect her eyeball. Can you outline her eyeball in a letter C to, because I like it, but, if I outline it, I'll save it. There. Okay. Okay. I just want to protect the eyeball. If I scribble, I'm going to get inside her eye. So if I outline it, my brain won't let me. I'll stop. Hopefully, I stop. Okay. I don't want to be a spaz about it. Okay. And then I put the blue. Blah, 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 blah. Look, it's a smaller piece. One stab of paint was enough. Okay. Okay. And I clean my paintbrush. And I stab my white stab. And it goes on the top of her head. Super shiny. Woo! And then push it down, down. Uh-oh. See? I almost went in the eye. Slow down. I better go slower this time. Okay. Calm down. I don't want to hurt the eye. Slower. Okay, there. Was worried. Okay, now I get to put the blue and the purple and the purple and the blue and the blue and the purple. Love it. Okay, so I scribble, right? And who's good at making new colors? I know. It's gorgeous. The best. So I get to put and how come we can mix these colors? We're going in rainbow order. If you jumped across the color wheel, what will happen? Brown. Ugly. Okay, I think I'm ending in green. Look. The rest of her face, I think, will be... Oh, I could put a little yellow nose on her. I don't like that nose. It looks silly. What happened? Did I outline it weird? I don't know. So green, which means the green will also be her eyelid, which is just a rainbow over her eye. Right? So let me see. No, I think I'm going to end in green. I don't even think yellow's going to, you know, because what, it would be this much yellow on the tip of her lip? No. So I think I'm just going to do it green. You decide when you get to there. Whatever color you're on is the color of your face. Okay? Everybody's will be different. So I go, okay, depends on how big your pieces are, right? We're all different. So I want to outline my eye because I'm scared. Okay, I did it. And then her chin and her mouth. Oh, wait, this is see-through color. Oh, I wish I didn't end in green now. I have to put it on all thick. That's okay, I did it before. I trust myself. I have proof I can do it. Okay. I just have to put it on very smooth and slippery at the side of my paintbrush. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Sweet. Okay, and that means the top of her nose will be the brightest. Right, clean my paintbrush pinch. And the top of her nose, swish, and then push it down, 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 down. And now I get to make turquoise, but I only get to make turquoise on her chin, right here on her face. But once I have the turquoise in my paintbrush, then I'll make my eyelid. Watch. Everybody pause and look up. I'm going to make the color in my paintbrush by going like this. Right? I'm making turquoise. I'm making turquoise. And then here it is. It's in my paintbrush. So I can go rainbow. Oh, I lied. That is not enough paint. Okay, it wasn't enough paint. I have to go and get green there. Okay, I beat you. You're all jealous of me. Dab. You're jealous. I beat you. Okay, you're done? Okay, who's not done? If you're not done, can you watch me do the dots? If you are done, then you're doing the dots with me. Okay? So, can you keep painting all day long? But just, can you watch me put the dots so you'll know what I mean? Okay, so we're going to use our stick. And how come we use our stick? Because it's like a miniature fingerprint and makes a perfect, like we did the dot in the eye, right? But we can make them thicker now, thick. So watch my smile. Okay, everybody pause. Even if you're busy, watch me do this because I only have one painting. So everybody pause and watch me. So I get the stick of my paintbrush. Stop painting and look up. Watch. Okay, so I'm going to put the first dot goes on her lips. Boop. Oh, that's too far. Oh, I'm going to have to use my black paint. Look at him. He's going like that. Okay, I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to be like that. I was supposed to put... Okay, don't cuss. Don't cuss on the camera. Okay, so let me try again. I put a dot on her lips. Okay, there. And then a dot, a fingerprint below her eye. So it's not touching her eye. Then a dot behind her eye. Oh, okay. And then I get more white because if the thicker the paint, the nice and round the dot is. Okay, watch. I would like a smile. So if I went straight down with my dots, would make a V. I do not want a V. So I'm going to go an arch down, whee, and then climb up. Does that make sense? It's a smile. So don't go straight down and then up. That's not a smile, right? So I'm a fingerprint under the eye, I put a dot, and a fingerprint behind the eye, and then I connect the dots with a smile. If you're not at this point, you're just watching, okay? And then I watch, everybody watch, just everybody watch, everybody. And then I touch the smile and I make this rainbow arch across her back, not her tail, and I go, wee! Hey, look how long my paint's lasting. Okay, I ran out. Poke. Wee! Tail! And then I stop. And now when I'm on the tail, I put a whole bunch of dots wherever I made a new color. Purpley blue, pinky purple, pinky orange, right? And we just put little polka dots on there. It's just for like a little decoration. The details is for cuteness. Uh-oh, I ran out of paint. And then I made turquoise, and then I made purpley blue, and then I made purpley pink. Oh, it's getting very tiny by the little tail. Tiny, tiny, tiny. I can barely see. Where are my glasses? Cuteness. Okay, everybody watch. Now I'm going to put black. Okay, this is when you can ruin your painting. People get all spastic with the black. We just need decoration. Do you know what contrast means? Black against white or white against black. Having little black dots increases contrast, right? Oh, look at it. They do show up like the background. Not too many. It looks very black. Okay, then where's my black paint? And I just get my black, and I'm just going to put some rows of black, and they go on the eyelid and the face like freckles. And I just go dink, 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 dink. Not the legs, not the tail. And they're scared of each other, like 2 fingers apart. Whoops. And it has to be nice round paint, so not when you run out of paint. Then they're the shape of horseshoes. Oh, ran out of paint. And they're not touching, they're not friends, they're not nearby each other, they're far apart. They're at least 2 fingers apart. They're scared of each other. And then I could do it on her face, like freckles. Cuteness. And I could put like some on her eyelid. Tink, 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 tink. Cute. Now, who needs to keep painting even though I'm all done? Do you want to just keep painting all day? I support that. Do you have to be done? No. Do you already know what to do? Yes. They're just 2 fingers big of color. You just keep going till you hit the face. Then you put the eyelid. Then you put the white dots. You just enjoy and play, play, play. You just keep going. You don't need me. Do you have proof you know how to do all this stuff? You totally have proof. You don't need me. You could just decorate and play, but just have to be careful with the black. Oh, and then what's the very last thing I do? When I'm sure I'm not going to use this paintbrush again, I can fix anywhere I went outside the lines with my black. But once I get black in my paintbrush, it makes gray. Everything looks a little, so watch out. So it's the last thing I do. Am I done? Okay, now I can get my black. Remember the tail when I ruined it? So I go in the black, smash, and sneak up and let 1 hair touch my tail. We already learned this. How do you outline stuff? We already learned this. Oh, and I don't like the tip of my tail. I think it's dumb. But I knew I was going to be able to fix it at the end. So I land in the black and very gently get closer to my, see? We learned this already. And I also don't like her toes, but it better be dry if I'm going to put black on it, because it will just make a smear. Oh, I can't do anything on the brown though. No, if it's ruined on the brown, I would just go with it because no one's going to look at it. And look at these little specks. I don't like these specks. How did that happen? Goodbye. Goodbye. Oop, the arm is not smooth. Let me get that. Oh, remember when I messed up her lips? Let me fix that. Okay. Oh, and where my dirty thumb kept touching my painting because I was holding my painting, I could put black on that. Goodbye. Goodbye. But I don't want to put it everywhere because it's actually not, this is a flat black. It dries flat with no shine. This has a little bit of shine in it. You know what I mean? So we don't want to be like overly using it. Who thinks you did better than you thought you would? Who thinks it's coming out better than you thought it would? Because some of you aren't done yet. You're still working. You're like, did you learn shape? Oh, I already drew it. So shape doesn't matter. I drew it. But color, dark, medium, light. Yeah. Texture. Yeah. The texture of the spikes, the texture of the tail, the texture of the wood. That the shape, color, and texture is how you recognize something, if not by the shape. Because could you paint a rainbow tree and still know what it is? Yeah. The shape, color, and texture would tell you that it's still a tree, even though the color doesn't make sense. You guys did a great job. I love, love, love it. And then I would use a pen on the back, but write it to put your name in the year. But just don't use don't use a pencil or something sharp. It might. This is just cotton, right? And then when they make gesso, this stuff, they put plaster of Paris in the paint, so that's why the paint doesn't soak through. It's a little bit stiff. So, well, you could write it on here, but don't poke. I've seen somebody try to write with a pencil and they poked their painting. And then who notices when it dries, the paint's got darker? It was lighter. And as it darkens, the colors darken as they dry because white paint is basically a gel that turns clear like Elmer's glue. So like, oh, I put too much white on mine. And then it dries, you're like, oh, that looks pretty good. The white's kind of a trickster, right? Good job, you guys.